Hey guys, this video should help you with number 5 on tonight's homework. On a statewide math test, the raw score average was 56 points, that's important, with a standard deviation of 18. If the scores were normally distributed and 24,000 students took the test, answer the following questions. And we do want to note that that is also true. So that means we can use our bell curve, right? What percent of the students scored below a 38? It's almost, at this point, you know to use your bell curve because of this. So because all we have is the word normally distributed and we can't look at a bell curve, what we should probably do is draw ourselves a little bell curve that will help us. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we know that the middle is going to be 56 because that's our average. And then if I were to go one standard deviation above, I would have to add 18. So I would be at 74. And then I would keep going up from there. That would be 2 standard deviations. So I could add another 18 to that, and that would put me at 92. And then one more standard deviation will put me at 110. Right, but I could also go down by standard deviations, 1, 2, 3. So if I subtracted 18, I would end up with 38. If I subtracted another 18 from that, I should get 20. And then 18 from there would put me at 2. So here's a nice little bell curve for me to use. What percent of students scored below a 38 on the test? So let me just use my highlighter tool here and shade in where that is. These are all the people who scored below 38. All these guys. We want to find them. The way we're going to do it is, well, the way I would do it is I would first eliminate all the pieces that aren't a part of this. This space here is not a part of that. And we know how much of our data is in that space because that's all within 1 standard deviation of the mean. And remember that all of your data within 1 standard deviation of the mean is 68%. So we can take your 100, which is all of the data, subtract 68, and end up with 32. So 32% of our data is either here or here. But we know that because a bell curve is symmetrical, these spaces are the same. So if I take this 32 and divide it by 2, then I'll just get this half. So 32 divided by 2 equals 16. So this space here is 16%. Part B says how many students is that? So I'm going to take that 16% and turn it into a decimal. And then I just have to multiply that by how many students there were. So there were 24,000 students. 24,000 times 0.16 equals 3,840 students. And that's the gist of the homework. It doesn't get a whole lot more difficult than that. There are some different parts that you have to kind of cut away for some different problems, but that should give you an idea of what I'm expecting on each of these problems. All right? So good luck with this homework tonight, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.